I'm going to show you how to miter this piece of wood, 45-degree angle, perfect joint, using a hacksaw. Would you not do that? Would you not tap the screen, jumping the video on every 10 seconds? I'm trying to show you a good tip. How would you like it if I did that to you? And there it is. It's simple. Good morning YouTube. Today I'm just going to give you a wee tour of my workshop.
Tomorrow's never promised, but now is the time for hopes arising. Tomorrow's never promised, but now is the time for change that starts today. Whoa.
You know something, 95% of my customers are women. They're mothers, they're wives, and I thank God, without these customers, these women, then I would have no business. Like for us guys, an old fish box and an old wooden pallet will do us. We could sit in a fish box and we're happy enough. Oh look dear, I found a chair and a skip. And she goes, "Aye, get that out my house. I'm not having that rubbish. Put it back where you found it." But 95% of my customers are women. I used to have in my van up at the top that said, "We fix what your husband's tried to sort." But I got fed up with that because there was so much stupid repairs that I put a big line through it and just wrote, "You broke it, you sort it." So having customers, 95% of them are women, mothers, and I thank you. This is a thank you video. I'm going to get back to work. I'm not sure if I'm going to make anything today. This is a tidy workshop today. I might do a wooden tip or something. I'll set the camera up and you can get bored watching me tidy up my workshop. Set it up here.
The new day's dawning, open up yours. A new day's dawning, open up the sun. A new day's dawning.
It's quite interesting. I can make a coffee table, or I could do it in a guitar stand, or I could carve it into something. But let me think about it for a couple of weeks, see if it'll dry out a wee bit more. Tell me what you think. What can I make this? What can I do with this? Or I'll just chop it up and throw it in the fire. Most of you probably saw my setup here in my workshop. It's a foggy day. We call it in Scotland the har. It's coming in. That's where I keep my sheet material is in here. This is where I cut it down, and I've got it all plumbed in with the extraction system. Here is my chop saw area. It's quite crude. The hood that I've got is quite crude but works an absolute treat. See in the back there, you'll see, I'll switch it on. The only air intake that my extraction gets is from here, so that when it's on there's a positive suction, so any dust that comes through, you see a lot of dust settling on here, and it's simply because when that is on, it drags the dust in, so you don't get the fine dust coming through into the workshop. It's crude, but it works. And also I've got the gates so that I can then transfer it to my router station. It's here, and I like to use at least 2 inches for that. 4 inches goes to the chop saw and goes to the rip saw, even though it's reduced to 2 inches. I've never yet had to switch your machines off to unblock if it gets choked and it travels a fair distance. This is a dust separator that I did a video on before, and it works quite well. That's a theme baffle in there, stops the rubbish from coming back up again. Coming from here, and that sucks very well in there. That's it off. Now this is my router station, and here's my router bits, and I made this router table, and I kept this as shiny and smooth as possible, for even that is smooth, shiny. Sometimes I give it a wee spray of the silicone spray, and that just pushes everything through with no interference, no friction. It goes for a better cut. Butterfly bolts on the back of here, so that I can adjust this to the size a bit. Both of them are like that. And also in the back of here, so I can adjust the in and out. And then I've got another router table here I sometimes use so that I can have 2 bits in at the same time if I'm making a male and female or something, a profile and scribe, so that I can set that up. And here is my station for doing scribes in the wood if I have to do writing or something. There's my bandsaw, and my bandsaw has got dust extraction piped in right into the back of it, and it goes up there, over there, and down to this machine, which is also plumbed into my saw and my benchtop planer. Now this benchtop planer, when I'm doing a lot of planing, will fill the bag in like minutes, so you need good suction on that. And here is my lathe. My lathe is like, to me, it's my kitchen sink. So I like to have it near a window, so that I can turn things on a lathe and look out the window at the same time. So that's that. Any questions, and put it in the comment and I'll answer them. Maybe do a video sometime on making a router table. I like to have a dedicated area for routing, and I also like to have dedicated routers. So I've got about half a dozen different routers. Like one guy said on YouTube, he couldn't understand why someone would need 2 routers, but it's not until he got one and he found out he was continually having to change router bits that he realised it's nice to have, or the luxury to have, a couple of routers. So, okay, not a lot happened in this video is making stuff with wood. I just wanted to thank people who have recently subscribed, because I've not got a lot of subscribers, but every time somebody subscribes and I see the number pop up, I think, oh, cool. But there's more to life, obviously, than YouTube. That's another day, finished, way home, had enough. got my camera.